The Orange County History Center has a special exhibit. It features 69 quilts from more than 60 artists to celebrate 400 years of African American history. And here to talk more about this, about the exhibit itself, is Kimberly Riley, who is the Assistant Director of the Orange County History Center. And also we have Carol Shaw, one of the artists that's featured in the exhibit. Ladies, welcome very much.
Thank you for having us.
We'll get to the quilts in a minute because this is amazing. But tell me more, Kimberly, about the exhibit and how it made its way to Orange County.
Well, we're very excited. We made connection with the curator, Dr. Carolyn Mazlumi, and we are the first tour stop outside of the Cincinnati area. And as you said, there's 69 quilts in the exhibit, and it features 400 years of African American history. And as you said, we can talk about the quilt, but the quilts are really a piece of art. And using different materials and techniques and telling the story not just of African American history but really American history and the evolution we have of becoming a land of liberty.
Now, Carol, quilting is a very important part of African American history. It's, as Kimberly said, it's storytelling.
Yes, that's true, and that's part of the tradition that I really love. My quilts in the series that you'll see in the exhibit is about African Americans in the military, particularly starting in World War II, because as you know, the Army was segregated and then it was desegregated.
Now, what was the experience like for you to be part of this exhibit?
It was thrilling. Carolyn Mazlumi is just a brilliant woman, and she put together a list of different people, and each artist that she invited could select one of those people, but I actually recommended the person that I used in my quilt.
What historical figures will be featured, Kimberly, in the exhibit?
Well, what's nice about the exhibit is you'll see the ones that you recognized. Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. We've got some of the stories that tell our own Florida history as well. We've got a quilt that will tell the story of Rosewood, Florida, the community where the massacre was near Cedar Key. We've got a quilt that tells the story of Harry T. Moore, our civil rights leader from Brevard County, who was an official with the NAACP chapter here. And you've got maybe the not well-known African Americans in history, Althea Gibson, who was our Jackie Robinson of tennis, or Lucy Prince, who was one of our earliest African American women poets, recognized poets.
So it's going to be a history lesson.
Yes, it will.
A history lesson in quilts, and this is something that will go from generation to generation.
We hope so. We are very excited, all of us who are the artists who contributed to the exhibit. We like preserving our history, American history, and bringing some of the lesser known stories to light as well.
Now, Kimberly, tell me, when does the exhibit open?
So we're opening this Saturday. The museum opens at 10. We've got a couple of the other quilters who will be visiting with us on Saturday as well. And then it will run through May 3rd. And throughout the exhibition run, we'll be featuring some great programming. Some, again, our local history. The Eatonville Quilters will be coming out. Later in February, we'll have the Highwaymen here. And one of the quilts features the Little Rock Nine. And we have Minnie Jean Brown Trickey, one of the Little Rock Nine members, and her daughter coming later in March.
Oh, so this is all very exciting. And now this is a traveling exhibit. Are any of the quilts for sale or just to look at and enjoy?
These are all artwork that will be on display for us to look at and enjoy and interpret those stories and learn a little bit more about the rich cultural history that we have. But we do have some items coming either from the quilters or books or other sort of art pieces that tell the story and represent the exhibition that's available for sale in the museum store.
Oh, well, Kimberly and Carol, thank you so much. Of course, we'll have all of the information for you on our website at mynews13.com.